Hello, welcome back. So we've got a couple of live streams tonight. We've got a few home attempts. So one of them's a YouTube video that they were followed along. One's a shop repair, a local shop repair that's gone wrong, and I believe the other one is just a prior attempt for repair where they've previously followed along on a YouTube video. So let's have a look at those. We've also got a few other interesting things that if I've got time, we'll have a look at them. So,
Hello, welcome back. So we've got
what's going on?
Live streams tonight. We've got a.
Well, there's my sound check. Okay, who are we going to do first? We've got a man that is going on holiday. Yes, we'll do the guy that's going on holiday first, just in case his turns into somewhat of an elongated stream. Okay, so this person went to a rival shop. Should have come to us. He went to a rival shop and took his 6 Plus, and it's got no touch. Had sporadic touch when it went in, so this could be touch disease. So he seems to think that it's technician damage, so we'll have a look at that. He's going on holiday tomorrow or the next day, so we'll have a look at that. Try not to throw his phone across the desk. I've moved my hot air down here, so I'm hoping it's not going to be as loud, but we'll see. Let's have a look. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's flick over to... Let's go to hand zoom. Yeah, there you go. I'm still waiting for a sound check. Where is chat? Okay, live chat. Can I pop that out? Pop it out. Okay. Make that bigger. Zoom my old man eyes. Okay. Need to be careful of the sound. My last video it was clipping when I was trying to edit it. It's a real pain in the arse trying to get a decent mic feed or a good audio feed because there's so much. It's an S. Yeah, there's so much background noise from all of the equipment we use, so trying to isolate that, I don't know how they do it in some of the other videos. I'm guessing they've just got good directional mics. I have looked into buying the same mic as Rossman has got on his streams, but it's like 600 quid for a mic. So the irony of it is we used to do studio work before we did this, and the mic I used in there was a standard studio mic, so it's pretty much any song you've ever heard. The Rode NT2000, and I'm pretty sure that's about 300 quid. Excellent mic. You just need phantom power and a mixing desk and the whole shebang to power it. So while we wait for this to heat, this is a 6S Plus. Oh, it's not going to have touch disease then if it's a 6S Plus. Ah, that's why I'm getting confused. We've got 6 Plus. So is that the one with touch? No, that's the one with backlight. So that's probably a screen that's been connected while the battery's on. And this one was a home attempt. This one, I had a brief look under the camera, and it's a really, really good candidate for watching videos and not maybe following the right video, because there is good videos out there. I'll watch them myself, I'm not going to lie. But it's finding the right video. There's a hell of a lot of videos you watch out there that people either edit and don't show you the bits that are the real tricky bits, like, you know, changing Samsung screens when you need to do a charge port, and then they just show them going whoop and opening up. That's not legit. You want to watch the guy that's struggling to get it off. You know, it takes him half an hour to go round the outside and not cut through the cables, not split the OLED. They're the videos you want to watch, because they're the sort of videos that you'll see all of the sorts of bits you're going to struggle on. Not those really clean cut videos where they're just like, oh, these two screws, boom, look, the screen just comes apart. Yeah, I think that's a case for that, because it looks really easy. You know, I mean, not just screen repair. Screen repair is easy to certain people. This sort of repairs that we do, they're easy to certain people. I think you need to explain exactly, especially the hard parts. You know, I like the videos where it goes wrong, which, not for the entertainment value, just simply because they're the ones that you know that you're probably going to go wrong at that point as well. Honest streams. Unfortunately, they're not the cleanest, though. They're not the nicest looking. A lot of my streams go wrong, but I wouldn't call them educational. I wouldn't follow along with mine. Apart from my butterfly key. I've done an excellent butterfly key removal. Follow that one along if you need to get your butterfly key done. But yeah, other than that, yeah, there's people who make a living off doing this sort of thing. Most of the videos we do here are just for fun. But yeah, I thought where I had 3 of these similar repairs, obviously the repair shop one, they should know better, but that shows you that no matter how well, I don't even know if it's repair shop damage, the customer just said it was, but if they have damaged it, that just shows you that people are human. You know, people make mistakes, I've slipped with screwdrivers. I nearly dropped a scalpel through my foot yesterday, so.
Show me what you got.
Ash will tell you. Ashley works here. What's that? Is that a sound check? Sounds good. I know I do. Sound awesome. Okay, I think this is up to temperature now. What we want to do is get my beast nail in there. What I am concerned about is the screen that they've used. It looks like they've put his screen back on. So they've probably... He said it had touch, partial touch, when it went in. And they fitted a new screen and it had 0 touch. And when they put their screen back on, it had 0 touch. I thought it was a 6 Plus, so I was thinking, oh, maybe they've bent the board. You know, maybe they've pulled this up, yanked it, and it's broke that, or maybe it had flex damage. I mean, this is bent, but the touch is built into the screens on these, as far as I'm aware. Okay, let's get on with this. Okay, I'm going to work to my right. To my left, to my left. Okay, first things first. It's just powered on, so we'll have a look to see if it actually got touch, and we'll test the screen on it, because you never know. Get the shielding off. Okay. Okay, before I disconnect the battery, let's bring the screen up. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's... Okay, that's weird. Okay, 0 touch. Okay. Well, that's so far that's right. Okay, so let's have a look at the board first. And rule out any damage to the board. See, I wouldn't recommend putting tweezers on a board like this, because it's likely you could slip at some point. You either use your big beast nail, but when you've done it long enough and you do it day in, day out, that is the sort of thing you can get away with. But you don't want to be telling someone who's just, this is the first repair they're ever going to do, yeah, jam a set of metal tweezers in there. Go get them out your cupboard, get your missus's tweezers, yeah, jam that in there, everything's going to be alright. So, I mean, from visual inspection with my eyes, I mean, it's a really clean board. There's maybe 2 dents in the rubber going round the outside. Let's have a look under the microscope. Get the hand cam out of the way. Sticky stuck to my hand. Okay, we're going to flick over to microscope. Try and get that. Can we get that in focus any better? Really need to get a better microscope camera. Okay, so first thing we can see is this here, and that there. It looks like someone slipped or jammed something in. You notice where I put the tweezers, there's not a mark on it, because I didn't go near here. I flicked the top bit. I went through this lip. You see this lip here? Where are we at? No, you can't see that lip there. There's a lip all the way around the outside. You've got to get in under the lip. See how that's flexing? That's where you go. Okay, let's have a little bit closer just in case. Doesn't look damaged. I mean, that does look like someone slipped there. Yeah, they've cut straight through that. Okay, we need to have a look at that. Oh. Okay, so, well, that's an issue. Okay, let's see if there's any on this side that are loose. They call this waterproofing, but I mean, come on. Look how loose that is. It's sponge as well. It's dust proofing at best. Okay, how loose is that? Oh, that's literally just completely off. Okay, we need to get that component off first before I try and remove this to have a proper look. Come on. If you're watching this, Rick, look what you've done to my tweezers. They've been stealing my tweezers. Look at that. Can't grab my little components. Come on, mate. Now what I don't want to do is ping this dude. There we go. Let's put you. You look like a filter. Okay, now let's use I'm going to flood that a little bit, let it eat away at the glue. I'm going to gently pull stop bouncing. Okay, we're going to just gently pull this away. Okay, so you can see here, like, someone slipped with one of their tools. This is what I tell my staff on our general repair. You don't leave her along here. And the amount of videos you see people just tearing stuff up from here, and yeah, 9 times out of 10 you're alright. 9 times out of 10. This is the one. And then you're like, oh, why won't it work? Okay, let's check up this line. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to load up ZXW. I'm going to try and be quick with this. I'm going to have a look what line that is. So, if we look at these vertical components here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in from the right. Excuse me. Right, iPhone series 6S Plus A and B. Okay, let's get this. I don't know if I've got my okay, let's go over here then. I can get rid of that one. Help if we're on the right side of the board. What did I say? 4 along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well it would make sense if that was it, but that's just SPIAP to touch. What's that? S clock connection. Is that SCLK connection? Oh no, it is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it's a filter. So that line's gone now. And that is that looks like a clock line. So that, I'm guessing, goes to the CPU. Does it go to the CPU? Where do you go to? Oh yeah, I need to go to the other side of that chip. That. Where are you at? There's got to be some logic behind it. Because it says CLK, I'm assuming that's clock. Got this on my smaller display. Where are you at? Okay, here we go. So it goes to that resistor. Then where do we go? Straight to the CPU. So yeah, that's our problem. Okay, let's get back over to the microscope. And let's see if we can fix this problem. Let's see if we can get touch. I'm assuming he's going to want the screen change, so that shop's missed out on a screen change now because someone's been heavy-handed. the amount of times though that I come across problems like this, and then I think back to when I very first started doing general repair and we had similar problems. And this is when YouTube was really young, so there wasn't a lot of videos out, and the videos that were out were pretty pants, if I'm honest. There was hardly anybody doing it. I tell you, the one that I noticed the most is the filter being knocked off the 5S or the SE and getting false battery readings or just not booting at all. That's something I've done. And nobody knew why. Nobody knew what was going on with that. Okay. Alright, so I'm guessing I'm still on the pencil, am I? Oh, brilliant. I can actually need the pencil. Okay, so we've tinned them up. Is that in focus? Okay, the camera is on a weird angle. There we go. I mean, that's pretty clear for me. Let's see if I can get that any clearer for you. Okay, try and leave the camera alone. Okay, so let's get you, and hopefully, if he plays nicely, he'll go back in place straight away. Hopefully I won't ping him off the board. Okay, that should be enough. I'll just come in here with hot air. Ooh, first test. Aha! The first thing I've noticed is I've got to look right back to see the temperature. Okay, let's take the air down. You don't want to blow it off the board. And what I need to do as well is remove that camera. Let's flick over to hand cam first. And zoom. I remove this camera. Normally what you'd want to do... Right, let's just wait till that finishes. Yeah, you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, we want to take the camera out because if we put hot air anywhere near that, it's going to start malfunctioning. And that is secondary repair. Okay, there goes the camera. And what we'll do is take the rest of this tape off, because that's going to start cooking up. And that doesn't like the heat. And sometimes it will shrink and pull more components off. And that's what you want. More work. Come on. Okay, let's see if we can get this back in place. We all see that. You can see whatever slipped hit there. Come on. Bring it. Bit more flux. The housing's dissipating some of the heat here. Right. I think we've got a bit of glue. Need to hit that with a bit more flux. the one. Right, let's zoom in a bit and see if we can. Okay, that looks pretty good. It was 5 along. Alright, Ray. Weirdly enough, the guy's phone I'm working on is called Ray. Yeah, it was 5 along. Yeah, that's on there nicely. Okay, so let's zoom out. Oh, this will be a good start if this is all this is. You can see where it's cooked it a bit at the top here. That's why I took all that stuff off. I remember one of the first ones I did, heated this up and it just pulled this like whole row, just see you later. Which is always fun. Oh, that's really in focus. There you go. Okay, let's flick over to, let's go hand zoom. Let's get this out of the way. Get the camera back on. Well, I'm glad someone was paying attention. It always helps if you can count as well. Usually to 5. Okay, that's the wrong way round. Get out of the way, bit of plastic. Where's my screwdriver? There she is. Let's go for the hand. That screwdriver's alright, but a bit on the ends of it gash. There we go. Okay, let's get his original screen. I don't know if this is going to actually be faulty, but I've got one here anyway. I don't think, I mean, looking at that, the mark I think is probably off my soldering iron actually. When I had to position that. But it's definitely prying from that side of the board that's done it. Yeah, that other thing was a nightmare. One of those moments when you look at it and go, oh god, I was only putting a filter on. Oh, I feel sick. Oh, I want to go home. Yeah, one of those. Hey. Looks like we've got touch. Let me just get the guy's password and put it in on live stream. Oh, come on. Right, let me see if I can guess this. We've got 5 digits. I'm pretty sure this is a 6-digit pass. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Ah. Okay, I want one more guess. Okay, that's it. Okay, I can't guess the pass on air anymore, so have we got top? Oh, white. Alex, if you're watching this, take the passwords down properly. I think... How can I test this? Here we go. There we go. Look at that. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Right, let's get this back together. Get on to the next one. Sweet. It's very rare that it's that easy. So yeah, that one there, good case of just prying in the wrong place. And I've done it myself, but it's one of those things, if you don't get told where to pry, that seems like a good place. You know, logically speaking, it's the longer side. Why wouldn't you stick your finger under there, or your screwdriver, or your plastic tool? And realistically, the end is where there's no components to lever on. But you can't even see those. You know, I've got a microscope, so it's really easy for me to take the moral high ground and go, look how damaged it is. But you couldn't see that with your eyes. You know, I think you'd struggle to see it with one of those tiny little crappy hand cam things as well. It was only when you moved it around that you could actually see that it was loose. So, oh well, that I'm going to leave that open because I'm guessing Ray came in for a screen change for his holiday. He's going to want a screen change, so. Well, that's turned into an expensive lesson. So, in fact, let's just close this up. Because he went and got a cheap screen. Which we do cheap screens. Not as cheap as them. But you got to draw the line at quality somewhere. Otherwise you just end up having people come back and complain. So yeah, he's gone for the cheaper option, and now it's going to cost him a screen and a repair. It's going to be difficult for him to go back to that shop and say that he's done that. I don't know, I suppose you could show this video, but we clean up and pounds. That's it, Ray. Right, next one, what we're going to do, we've got, let's do partial backlight, 6+, nice. Okay, so we can see on, let me guess, no pass. Oh, 2 in a row, man. Okay, this one says reset, so I'm guessing they don't know the pass. Well, you can kind of see, is that showing up? Oh, it's not really the best, is it? You can kind of see through the pass here. If I press that there, you can see it progressively get lighter. It's like a colour gradient. But yeah, the backlight's gone on this side. So yeah, this one here, we're just going to jack it off, man. No, we're going to just, we're just going to do the jumper. Just got to remember where the jumper goes. At the top somewhere. Okay, this is just the normal one, so I can get my bear claws in there and see who needs blue picks. I modified a computer chair and put a stool in it because this desk's like standing height, so there's no chairs. It's either that or a stool, so I modified a stool. It's starting to fail, as you can hear the not great. Okay, let's get rid of you. Squeaky chairs annoy me. Well, if I get through these quickly, I've got quite an interesting thing behind me. But I'm just going to leave it at that. It's not your usual repair. I almost did a live stream the other day on a My Little Pony set. That didn't work. Turned out I just need batteries, so that would have been pretty anticlimax. It was a 1960s house that you put a wand over the top of it and it turns into this like 3-story Wendy House thing for, yeah, My Little Ponies. But you can tell it's from the 60s because it just opens really savagely. If there was a kid stood over it, it would knock them clean out. It's pretty impressive the way it pings open. It scares my kid. She doesn't like it. She's pretty outgoing as well. But yeah, it stopped working. But yeah, it turns out there's a hidden panel with batteries. And it exploded everywhere, so... But yeah, that would have been a nice, interesting stream. Okay, we've got the screen disconnected. I think I can do this one with the board in as well. This battery looks hideous. It's got those weird pits all over it, like it's going through puberty. It's got acne. I believe I can just leave the board in. Yeah, a good bench should be standing height. I do like to alternate between them. I'm not fancy enough, you see, to have a motorised bench yet. I haven't got the time, so I thought I'd jack my stool up. I have to reach right underneath. And it goes all the way down. It goes impressively high as well. Nearly the height of the desk. But yeah, it's like a computer. I have to jump up to get on it, but it's a bit rocky, this height. Yeah, it's fairly impressive from the side. Oh no, it's the other side of the board, I think. Or maybe we can't do that. Am I thinking of the 6 that you can do this on? Pretty sure. Okay, let's have a look. 6 plus. I thought there was test points. Okay, let's have a look. 6 plus. Let's flick over to web pages. Where's the chat? Let's get the chat on a different window. There we go. Okay, we're on that 6 plus. I've got a 32-inch screen and two, I think they're 17-inch screens, but they're about 2 meters away from me, so my old man eyes can't see them very well. 6 plus. A and B. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm thinking of a different model. I thought there was points here. Maybe it's the 7. Okay, where's the primary and secondary backlight circuit? Right, that's touch. Okay, that's backlight there. Okay, so that's one there. That's one there. Okay, let's just have a look, see if it's blown. We might just replace them. So is there test points? Okay, that's one test point. That's the other test point. So we might just be able to join those 2 test points together. Okay, well, let's have a look if it's got any power. Let's flick over to hand zoom. Okay, where's the first one? The first one was down here. So we've got 4.2 on that one, and then we've got the secondary one up here. 0. Let's make sure they're both backlight. Cat 3. Okay, one's anode, one's cathode. I thought there was more. Oh, there we go. So it's that one there. Definitely don't want to join them together. Okay, so they've both got voltage going to them. Okay, let's see if they've got return voltage. So they're going to be on the other side. Can I test these with the screen connected? Yes, I can, because I have the power. Or do I? Let's have a look. See if I've got the power. I'll trust it to be the last one. I have the power. Maybe it's the 7 plus I'm thinking of. Oh, that's annoying. You know what I'm going to do before? I'm going to just test that screen is it not actually faulty.
6 plus.
Because that would be a bummer, wouldn't it? They're both, as far as I can tell, sending out voltage. Obviously, you know, there might be something wrong with the boost circuit, so. Cool, they're fresh, they are. There we go. Well, this was a home repair, so I'm assuming they checked a screen before sticking this on my desk. Doesn't look very dim on that side. In fact, while that's booting, let's test. Where are we at? iPhone is disabled. I didn't touch it. No, yeah, SIM is. Okay, that should be 22 by the looks of it. Seven. Well, stay on, you little bitch. 16. Okay, so neither of them are any good. Okay, that's 7 and 16. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely got something. Which one is it? I suppose I should remember which circuit's down. Oh, I can't read Chinese, but that is number 3. I can never remember which one goes first. I think the cathode collects. I think the anode gives. either way, that's just backlight anode. Is that backlight anode? This is 34. Backlight 34. I'm assuming that's 1 and 2, 3 and 4 maybe. Cat 2. Anode. Cat 3. It's 3. So where's the... So there's 4 cathodes and 2 anodes. Okay. Oh, it hasn't blown, so that means the circuit is... I mean, let's check the board anyway, but if they're both kicking out voltage, that means the filters haven't popped. I'm inclined just to... well, the plan was to just jack from the other side, from the test point. Let me just have a look where the test point is on that other one. I haven't done one of these in a while. Tell you what, it sucks having a memory like mine. I can remember really useless stuff. Nothing of any importance though. Pretty sure it was a plus. Hey, whoa, not you, son, not you. We'll edit this bit, it'd be fine. Okay, where are you? That's the one. S plus I'm thinking of. Do you know what? Before I look up jumping it, let's actually have a look to see if it's got anything blown on it. I'm just assuming it hasn't because it's got voltage at those 2 points, but it could be blown on the output, or the return, should I say. And if it is, that's a far easier repair than some hack job. Sometimes the easy way... Oh. Don't tell me I've zoomed straight in on it. Okay, those pads under there don't look good. Oh. Oh, there you go. That's straight away. There's our problem. The repair gods are looking kindly on me tonight. Oh, well, there you go. So I'm guessing that, yeah, that's on the return. So that's why I'm getting voltage before. And then we've got this. Is that on camera? Yeah, you can see that's all messed up. Okay, sweet. Let's have a look at the values of that. And I was just about to watch a Mark Schaefer video. Okay, so it is a burnt filter. So double filter so far. 240 ohm, 2 amp, 8 ohm, 240 ohm. Have I got you, or am I going to have to harvest you? That is the question. Okay, they're all resistors. Nothing of value. Okay, what have we got? Oh yeah, nothing in that one. What did I say? 240 ohm. 240 ohm. 240 ohm. 2400. 240 ohm, 2 amp, 8 ohms resistance. Boom ting. Got all of them. Look at that. Boom ting. Okay. Come on, squeaky chair. Work with me. Okay, so let's get one of you out there. Get out your house, mate. Keep you to one side. You can go up there for now, just hang out up there. Oh, we still cooking, are we? We still cooking. I do wonder sometimes with my my Hacko. See, that's how bad my memory is. I just had to look at what soldering iron I've got. This ain't no Lewis Rossman stream. Okay, let's make sure. Oh, look, that's all oxidized to shears. Oh, we've already taken the camera out of here. Okay, it's still looking a bit nasty. Nasty. Right, come on, fella. So yeah, this was just a simple screen change with a battery on. Which I think you only do once, and then that's it. We do it again. Nothing like seeing smoke come off a motherboard to make you panic. Happened to my mate today. There's a short on the backlight, I think, and obviously it had burnt out whatever it was on the backlight, but it was through the screen, so when the screen was connected, the short was active. And yeah, he's he's come along and connected a screen. He's like, it's smoking, it's smoking. I was like, disconnect it then. But yeah, you don't want that. Okay, let's get this sucker into place. It's going to take a little bit of heat because of it's connected to the house end. So I'm just going to spend a bit of time warming this board up. Well, I'm liking the new position of this. It's not pulling on the lead as much. There we go. Go home, mate. Right, we'll let that do its thing. I think that is quieter there. In your own time. I think I had that set to 200. That's probably why that took so long. See, that's the bad thing of having it down below me here. I can't see the readout on the screen, so... Alright, let's clean this up, test it. See, the irony of this would be if I damaged something, which would make for a good stream. But I'm not planning on it. Good job, little buddy. Okay, let's get rid of that tobacco or whatever the frick that is. Okay, that looks good. Sweet. Okay, let's flick back over to honeycomb. Sounds okay here. Sweet. Oh, what, the tornado every time it cools down. It was right behind my camera, so I've tried to move it down below the desk. So I was editing a video the other day and it was just so loud. There's nothing you can do about it. It's got like this turbo fan thing inside. I mean, I want it to cool down, obviously, but I don't know how loud the other ones are. You know, like the JVC or anything like that. Doesn't seem as loud on other people's streams. Maybe it's just one of those things when you notice it, it seems louder than it really is. I watched that Breaking Bad film last night. Not going to put any spoilers in. It's pretty good though. If you're into that. I forgot how good that series was when they were doing the recap of it all. The whole series in like 4 minutes. Okay, let's see what his screen's doing. Hopefully it wasn't the screen that caused it to go in the first place. A little mini panic attack then. I was like, did you disconnect the battery? Come on. go. Let's get this battery connected. This battery is hideous. Looks like an original as well. Really would love to know what these pits are. I read Apple's guidance on batteries when you're supposed to put them in, and one of the things they check for is these pits. So it's definitely something. Something related to batteries. Some of them are inverted, some of them are like protruding. Like tiny little explosions. Some batteries are just pitted to hell. Yeah, I'd love to know what it is, whether they're just like chemical reactions inside or literally mini explosions. It looks like some of them have like got burn marks all over the back. This one's got them like little dots all over the back of the metal screen. Okay, we've got full backlight. Boom. Oh, you can't see that. You've never seen Breaking Bad? Well, it's not for everyone. If you watch any series though, it's really well wrote. It's got the whole moral dilemma thing going on for it. But yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. It's one of those things, if you like it, you end up hooked on it. You should know probably in the first 4 or 5 episodes. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but when I do, I tend to just binge series on Netflix. It's really bad they put them all out at the same time. Okay, let's get the shielding back on. 2 for 2. Time me on as well, what's that? It's not bad timing. Right, that definitely doesn't go in an iPhone. Don't know where the hell that screw's just come from. Huge. Okay, let's close that. Oh, sweet. And a good repair as well, not a hack job. I know there's a good reason for doing it on the 6S Plus. I can't remember why, I'm sure someone will tell me. Thank you. Right, that's done. Dave will be very happy. Alright, let's put that in there before I get the plus phones mixed up. Okay, right, now on to the home repair. This one I have looked at. I looked at it a few days ago. And it's pretty epic. It's more of the same of the last one. So, damage from being heavy-handed. Not the last one, the first one. The first one I think is just a battery, not being disconnected. Classic mistake. Okay, that's a good screen. Better move that, Rick will kill me. Okay. What time are we on? I'm guessing that's where the screen came. Where did he get it from? Stevenage. Casting Hall. I don't think that's anything to do with it. Alright, okay, so there's... I'm not going to point out the mistakes on this because it's clearly been worked on, and I'm definitely all up. That'll be the extra screw apple. Yeah, you know, that famous extra screw they put in there. It's just stuck to a magnet on the side of the phone. Okay, right, I'm not going to bash this. There's a catalogue of mistakes wrong with this because I'm up for people, you know, doing home repairs. You know, I think it's good that you can repair stuff yourself. I think it would be, you know, a bad time if you couldn't repair stuff for yourself. But this is the point I was making with watching good videos, because if you'd watched a good video, you'd know not to do half the things. I mean, missing screws. I've got technicians who work for me who hate screws. You know, everybody's not going to be perfect, but what you can be is you can be considerate. that's the main point. I mean, let's zoom right out as far as I can get. Okay, let's go over to cam, and we'll just have a brief look over so you can see the sort of overall state of the phone. Okay, so first things first, obviously missing screws. Not that bad, but you know, something's been stabbed in there, so that's never a good start. Battery's looking okay. It looks like someone's had the board out and then didn't put the antenna cable back in properly with the grounds on there. And then we get up to this bit. This one's got no image. So obviously after seeing that, straight away my first point of call was to look around this area. I'm just going to leave that on there at this sort of magnification to see if you can see the long one for the short hole. Oh, don't. I literally worked on a phone yesterday where the screw was sitting about 3 mils above the shielding, and the shielding was flapping around. I just thought in my head, surely you've looked at that and gone, that doesn't fit. Or maybe I just need to screw it a bit harder. Oh no, the screw mount's come off. Whoops. Luckily it was on an iPad Air and it just tore stuff that didn't really matter. Okay, let's see if I can get that. There we go. The problem I've got, my 32 inches only 720p, so I can't really zoom in. Yeah, I'm going to leave that on there because this is as far as I've got, but I noticed about 3 or 4 things on this straight away before I went any further, and I thought this would be a good stream because even at this magnification you can't really see what's gone on. I mean, there is one sort of glaring thing that's pointing itself out, but obviously if you do this sort of work you're going to notice that straight away. But if you're just doing home repairs, you're not going to notice that. No way, especially not through, you know, using your eyes. So yeah, I mean, if we drill down a bit. Okay, sorry about that. It's a toss up between a rigid mic and a wobbly mic. Okay, so I've got a silicon mat, so it's difficult for me to... Okay, so the first thing, get this side centered. Get my cursor out of the way. There's a component missing here. Well, it's not really missing, there's still some of it left. You can see the coil still attached, and I think that pad's come up, or looking at it now I thought the pad had come up, but it looks like it is just the remnants of that filter. These are filters for the image. Straight away my first point of call is, you know, this needs an image filter. But then as I was looking, you've got the end of this cap over here, that's come off. and it looks like something's been dug in up here, and something, when you bring this back, you can see bits of metal have been scraped off down here. Then you come over here, well, that's missing this clip for a start, so we're going to dig down for all of this. I mean, I did check for long screw damage, and it is spongy, which is worrying. Okay, let me have a look what that is. That could be. No. Okay, so yeah, so you can see all along. Can you? God, bloody microscope's off centered to my view. Okay, let's get this in focus. There we go. So you can see the scuffs on the plastic as well. I mean, that's had a good whack there. But then there's these components have come from somewhere, so we need to find that. This could be components. I'm not going to mess around with that too much. You come over here, you can see there's a stab mark there, a stab mark. All of this has been pushed down and bent out of place. Where else did I notice? Where was that stab mark? Ah, here. So you can see here where this plastic is frayed out. You can't tell from the angle, but this is pushed flat below where it's supposed to be, and it's actually pushed the plastic out where the connector is. So what that's going to do is stop you from pushing that connector in. You can see here where it's bowed. So then obviously you're going to push on it harder. Why isn't it connecting? The screen isn't connecting. We've got exposed copper down here, and that is more loose solder. Is that solder ball? Again, I don't want to mess around with that too much. So you got exposed copper down here. These are flecks of metal. I saved the best till last. So this one is no image, so it could also be no touch and no backlight. I do know it powers on. So first things first, normally I would connect a screen and show you, but you can see here it's definitely going to have no image. So the only thing I'm going to be showing you is that it actually takes power, or it did when I checked anyway. And it looked like it was behaving normally. You know, plug the charger in, it was taking an amp, so it doesn't look like there's any shorts. So I think the first thing to do here is try and carefully clean this up. We're going to get rid of the camera as well on it. So I'm going to flip back over to the other cam, the hand cam. Now let's get this out of the way. And let's go close up. Let's go top down. It's got an excellent battery in it. It is a mess, yeah. I think it will probably look different when I clean it up. It's like going to hospital with a gashed up knee or something, isn't it? I think it looks a lot worse until they tidy it up. Hopefully it's just a filter and the other things that they've knocked off aren't really integral, because the reason this repair got done is because it was too expensive for them to come to a repair shop like ours. You know, and I'm not going to lie, we're not the cheapest in the world, but we do try and provide good quality parts that last. You know, that's our main concern, is having a screen that can take a whack, having a screen that displays the right colours. So we do 3 different options. And one of them is a value screen. But even that obviously wasn't cheap enough. So they've done this at home. So I know that any repair I do on this, we're going to have to keep costs down. Now this was someone doing it for a friend, so this is even worse. So now they've spent £40 on screens. They were going to get paid 20, so they're already down £20. So obviously they want to do right by their friend because they've brought it to us, which is, you know, which is nice. Like I said, I get it. I get why people do stuff at home. You know, this is why I do a YouTube channel, to show other people who may have smaller things, smaller tools and stuff, that you can do this sort of work with basic tools. I say basic tools. A lot of the stuff I've got here now is quite advanced, but we did start off with basic stuff. You know, we did start off with a really cheapy soldering iron, a really cheapy air system. I've still got my Blackjack's soldering iron in front of me. I say it was cheap. It wasn't like a proper eBay one, but it wasn't your Hackos or anything like that. Okay, so now we've got the camera off. Let's bring this back up and get it out of the way. Get this focused before we flick over. Get this at a good angle, and let's go microscope. Try and get this all straightened out. Okay, I can work with that. So the one thing I did notice actually about all these is I haven't actually had to take the board out. Okay, so we're just going to soak this whole area. I am going to turn the brightness up so I need to see as well. And then we're going to peel some of this off, and hopefully there's not too much damage. Well, this is much better stuff. This is for keeping liquid out. Pain to get off, but okay. So this has had it around here. I have to zoom in a bit. What I need to do is make sure we get this. See, yeah, there's looks like the can I still grab the rest of that? I'll be careful I don't start brushing components everywhere. Now what I need to do here is get the phone up and running so I can even quote them, which is difficult because then we're going to have to come to an understanding. I could end up doing all of this for free, so I don't really want to spend too much time on it. They might just, you know, and after all it is only a 6S. But where most of this is missing, let's bring out the big guns. Let's bring out the acetone. I've noticed in some of the newer iPhones that this sort of rubber stuff you take off's got like almost a plastic footing to it. So when you do take it off, it comes apart in one go. Whereas this earlier stuff tends to just gunk up and turn into this horrible mess. Okay, so whatever those components that were sat there in this underfill, they've gone. Let's take that away so I can see. And it's not looking too bad. Okay, I lied. Okay, so we got missing components down here. well. So yeah, this one's been attacked. So you can see the scrape marks. You've got board exposed there, and there. You've got... Is that loose? Don't want to poke around too hard in there. Okay, so there's that component there, and I've probably got to replace that one. Hopefully they're just capacitors and they're going to be related to touch, maybe. Sorry, touch ID. Which I can live with. Okay, so that is a bit of plastic. There we go. Okay, let's get some more acetone on that. Trying to get it too near that battery because it just eats into soft plastics. Got to be careful using it on cases and whatnot. But it's like glue's mortal enemy. It will just kill any glue that it comes into contact with. There you go, look at that. See you later, glue. I think it's that battery. You see that? That's just from the fumes of the acetone. That's crazy. I mean, it's probably not in that much, but still. Right. Okay. What we need to do is get the ZXW up and have a look at these lines that we know are damaged. Don't even know what I'm working on. It's a success. It's a success. I'm hoping they're image filters. They look like image filters. But now looking at it, I don't think they are. Front cam. Okay. So these ones here, this missing component, these sections here, I'm going to clean them up anyway because they could be causing bridges. But that's to do with the front camera, so don't think that's going to stop us from turning this device on. Okay, so that's those pads cleaned up. Right, let's have a look around this image section because a little bit gutted because well, to be honest, that cap up there, that's going to be on a power line. So let's I'm going to clear some of this underfill. Can you see? You can see. I know the first couple of streams I did coming back on air were just pants. Kept forgetting to switch cameras over and I want to be really careful around this area. I wouldn't normally clean all of this off, but because of the damage, I don't know what's been knocked, what hasn't. I kind of have to. It's easier than me going in through and testing the lines, getting rid of this. Okay, what I will say is I'm not looking at the right schematics. Is that 6S? Right. It would help if you look at the right schematics. Blackjack. I've still got the blackjack. It's sat on the floor behind me. It's a good station. Hot butter knife. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. It's a success. Why the fuck is ZXW say that it should have... Is this me not counting again? Hold on. Hold up. Just so I'm not being a retard. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that anymore, am I? Can you say it if you're calling it yourself? Oh, I don't know. Too many rules. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so ZXW said us that there's 5 image filters, so that's not a good start. Okay, let's just briefly flick over just so I can show you web pages. There you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I on the right schematics? Did I not click on it? Is this what's happened? Okay, so ignore me. Alright, let's put that down. So yeah, counting and clicking, not my strong points. Okay, so let's check if that really is actually a camera. In your own time. Good boy. So yeah, I weren't lying. It was front cam. I knew it was front cam all along. I was just testing you. And here we go. We've got the 3 image filters here. Just out of pure interest, what have we got here? So we got 5v7, and that cat was knocked as well. So I mean that's going to cause no image, and that cap is gone. But to be honest, it's not in line, so it shouldn't really cause an issue. Okay, let's go back over to Microscope. It's my stomach going. I'm going to clear a bit more of this underfill, and then I'm going to put the jig on it. I can't remember what they're called now. They're called eye bridge. That sound professional. I'm going to put the eye bridge on it, and we're going to see what is. Should we just put there? Let's just see if anything is. Okay, that could be an issue there. Okay, let's get the eye bridge on there. Let's flick over to top down. And let's get the eye bridge. 6S547, 6S47. This is probably the pack I've used the most. So apparently on the Isle of Wight we're still seeing more successes than anything else. Okay. My guess is that the connector has become mangled over time from just being heavy-handed, and then after that they've pushed it to get a connection and not got it in the right place, and that's what's caused the damage. That would be my educated guess. Let's have a look at this screen. Is it okay? Screen looks okay. But that being said, I don't trust it. Because the last thing I want to do is cause more damage or damage the eye bridge. Sounds like some biblical thing, that doesn't it? Damage the eye bridge. Okay, so that's... Can we... Will it zoom? Okay, mate. Okay, that will have to do. What we're going to do is going to connect that up. We're going to assume it's got voltage. Not. We're going to take that hideous battery and we're going to take that out of the equation. Going to get my 6S. Okay, so we haven't got any shorts. I mean, just assumed we didn't have any shorts before. Okay, so what I will say is we haven't got any power to that socket by the looks of it. Let me guess, it's going to be this one. And we've got power, so now let's try. So we've got an erratic boot process so far. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to try a different lead just to rule that out, because my cables at the moment have seen better days. Let's eliminate variables here. Let's go to 6S and plus. Success and plus. Okay, there's a no, it's definitely behaving erratically. So we've got 200 milliamp jump. It just went up to 400 milliamps. If it is booting, it's taken a while. That could be due to checking for all of these lines. So let's check the voltage lines anyway, while we've got power going into it. That's okay. I reckon I can work with that. Okay. So okay, we have 0. We should have 2.7 on that one. We've got 2.7. We should have 1.8 on that. So the 1V8 line's down. So that looks like all across the board. Backlight. Well, it's not booting for a start, so Hold on. So as soon as I connect backlight to ground, it stops it from booting. It just takes it down to a 400 milliamp draw. Okay, so that's interesting. See 1V8 up here? No, we've got 0 1V8. So that's not 0 1V8, that's no 1V8. Okay, that should be 16. We've got 158 milliamps. No, it's gone up to 3.6. Okay, of course, if backlight isn't coming on, that's probably the resting voltage. Okay, let's go and check the 1V8 line up here. No 1V8, so 1V8 we need to look at. 5V7 has got 5. That's weird because that's the one that was damaged. That's, you know, return. Is that 1V8? 1.3. Okay, so that's being pulled down. 5V7. I was hoping this would go. I seen the filter, I was like, yay! It's just going to be a filter. Okay, I think, apart from this 5.1 over here, which doesn't look like we've got. What have we got on there? 20? 1.3 on a. Oh, there's not even supposed to be power there, so that could be the reason they're sending power into there. Okay, so I don't think we've got any. Okay, so next let's go over to diode mode. Stick this on ground. Let's go from the top here. We should have 370. $360. I mean, that's low, but it's probably okay. Same again. So OL. So on OL we've got 440, 370. So yeah, the 370 image line. 570. That was 470. So that's 100 down. My flute meter's always out on these. 470. Does make me think, should I get a Chinese cheap one so it matches up? Okay, that's 380. So that's low. Should be 500. That's good enough. 370, 340 is good enough. 370, 340. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so that OL again. Okay, that's the I2C line, should be 370. That's, I imagine, is good enough. CPU is 365, 330, good enough. SPL CPU 355, that's good enough. We've got a couple of OLs. Okay, that OL is 713. Okay, that CPU 340 should be that, and then we've got OL. Yep. Infinite. Not so infinite. Mamba, and then ground. Probably OL without the screen connected. Okay, 307 on the 1V8 line, and it should be 480. That's considerably out. So that's 650. That's considerably out. That's the 5V7, although that is kicking out, so that should be 1405. That's not bad. So we got about a 40 tolerance to be playing with. That should be 305. 635. Wow. That's on the 5V7 again. 366. That's close enough. 580 OL. OL Mamba's going to have a reading on it. Then we got ground. 339. 339, that's good. And then these should be 339 again. 341. 341, that's perfect. Ground. So nothing so far that should be OL. That just says 2. So that's 589. That's just 625, so that's probably okay. 538. It's like quite a lot out. 610. Yeah, so 30 to 40 seems like the average of what this is out. So on the image, not well. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't match up, so that's not helpful. 540. That's close enough. 40 out. 40 out. 368. Close enough. So home 698. Ground 1268. That's almost half. 367. 720. 621. Okay, so 1v8's open. Ground. Could just be a case of 1v8's down. 5. Because that's the only OL we've got so far. Although there is a lot of discrepancies, let's call them. That should be 368. There's no reading for that one. Or these next couple. What's that, 510? It's 110 out. Ground. Ground. 565. Ground, and then 500. OL on the 1v8 line. Okay. Normally there's one or two things. Okay, so obviously 1v8 is where I'm going to start. Let's see if we can even get the phone doing a normal boot process. This could be the case that they've stuck power into the CPU line. There's so much going on here, this might not even be fixable. Let's see where the 1v8 line is on ZXW. Okay, let's flick over to all web pages. Okay, so I know it's told me that one of these end ones was 1v8. It's a lie. PP3. Remember. Success 4.7. Success. Yeah, make sure I'm on the right bloody one. That'd be funny. Ah, 1v8, yeah, it is the end one. Okay. So let's have a look in that area, because we are OL there. And that was the area where there was some flappy stuff. Let's just call it flappy stuff. That's the technical term for it. I'm probably going to have to call this a night at 10, so we've got another 40 minutes to make this work and get 3 for 3. Okay, so first thing I've noticed straight away, looking at this, there is a great big bit of metal there. That looks like copper. That looks like it's attached, so is that a track that's being dug up? No, I know what that is. That is from this here. Part of me thinks that No, it's not spongy. Anyway, we've got to get this fleck of metal out. There we go. So yeah, what we're looking at is this here is the 1v8. So we're going to have to clear this, going to need a bit of heat. Yep, we're in focus. Okay, so on ZXW we have got 1v8 through that filter, going to that cap, so let's test that filter. Okay, so that filter's gone. So you can see here that we've got continuity to that point. So this comes through here, goes through there, and then to here, from what I can tell. So yeah, from this foot here, through that, to him. So, and this is a filter. No, he isn't loose, that means he's blown up. Okay, so where does he go on the other side? Oh, no, ignore me, it's not a filter. It's me not reading the schematics again, it's on this one here. No, so the filter's fine. Okay, so where do you go? Then you go to that capacitor, but that goes to ground. Okay, then we've got a boost circuit on the inside. Where else? Oh dear. Okay. Well, that's not good. That goes straight to the PMIC. So the PMIC is not generating 1v8 on that point there like it should. Yeah, because that's a capacitor. Okay, let me show you what I can see. Okay, so we've got 1v8 here, comes through the capacitor, hits the filter, goes through the filter to this capacitor here. Just make sure, yeah. So it goes to this capacitor here, which, unless, let me just check if that line's, I don't think it's short to ground. Then it goes to the CPU, so see if that line is short. No, so that line's not short either side of the filter. And it's not detached from the board. Okay, well, we'll continue to look, but it's not looking promising. We'll have a look at these things up here. They could be causing... I thought that 1v8 was just generated anyway. I didn't think it had to turn on, but I could be wrong. Okay, so it looks like someone's had a dig around here. You can see that. And we've got definitely 2 missing. 3, 4. So that's a slip. Looking at that there, is that a blob of solder? Okay. So a bit of rubber actually got a component in it. I think it's just the shape of the component. Get off me. I mean, possibly a date line stopping it from turning on. Okay, so that gives us a bit of space to work with. Let's just tin them up. And then we'll have a look at what those lines are. Oh, you little bitch. Okay, don't put your hands in blobs of solder. I made a few people jump then. Fuck. Ow. Yeah, I just melted some solder off camera and then put my hand straight in it. I'm not going to clean that just yet. I want to get those other ones on there first. First things first, let's have a look what those lines are. Are they going to even matter? And let's see if I can count properly. So we've got from the first pin. So we've got missing from the first pin 1, 2 above it and 1 below it. Okay, so 1, 2 above it. So we've got, what is that line? M-Sync Mamba connection, LCM. Okay, so that's important. We need that. Sorry. So yeah, the very first pin is M-Drive Mamba connection. That's not missing, but we've got LCM to Mamba connection and AP to touch reset. So the 4 ones that are missing are touch reset and Mamba M-Sync. Oh fuck, solder's still in my hand. Hold on. Okay, so that tiny little blob of solder has melted my skin. Nice. Oh. Okay, so we definitely need to get the filters back on. The capacitors can wait, and I think both filters were still attached, were they? That one there. 2 above and 1 below, so might have been. Anyway, what are the filters? You are. I hate when they don't give you a reference to what it is. Don't make me go search schematics. Gross. Okay, first things first, let's get this filter back on. Come here, little buddy. Right, where are we going with you? In 1, up 2. In 1, up 2. Okay, and I believe you. Can't remember where you came from now. Okay, so that's them two connected. So you feel like ground, not a filter. So straight across is a filter. You don't look like a filter. You look like a capacitor. I'm going to rewind the video, but I'm guessing you go there. And let's clean that up. And we need to get a filter from somewhere, so I'm going to get a donor board. Okay. 6S donor board. Where are we at? 4S. SE. 6. 5S. 4. 5C. see, come on, there's got to be a 6S up here. 5. Last one. 6S. Of course, it's the last one. Should have gone there first. Looks painful. Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? Okay, let's remember we want first from there. I'm going to just try and take you off with the pen. See, this is what it should look like, and this is a water damage board. Not going to worry too much. We'll stick to the acetone. Okay, I want you here. It's an inline one, so it should, he says, come off fairly easy. There you go, come on. There we go. I mean, 1v8 could be generated by a data line. I think repairing this line is probably going to be me it for tonight, and then I'll just show you what the thing was that I had behind me. It's definitely going to have to be a separate stream. Okay, I'm going to hit that with some hot air. Make sure we're on 350. We are not. It's starting to get molten. Well, they didn't go down like I'd hope. Okay, maybe you shouldn't have put that capacitor back on. That looks a little bit janky. So I think what we're going to do is Let's just stick to the filters. I'm going to check if they're still on there. Well, that's a good start. Okay, that filter's on, that one isn't, so not bad. 1 out of 2. Okay, that's enough with the hot air for that. Let's just push you down with this. Get down. Okay, let's put you up there. Let's get some solder. Redo that pad. It's not sticking. There we go. Now let's retry. Ooh, shaky hand, man. Oh, come on. There we go, look at that shizness. It's the whispers. Oh, that. Right, where does that filter go? You donut. Why doesn't that filter work? Because that one is for you. And that one is, we've already checked, and that one is, let me guess, third. Oh. Third. Silly boy. Okay, so we've got the filters back on. See if that makes any difference to the boot pattern. Let's get hand zoom. Let's go back to the power. Oh, it's getting late. It's alright, it's my test screen. There we go. It's already broke. Okay, where are we at? I was just going to chuck it in there anyway. Success. Okay, so no shorts. Still no image. Set home. Let's pull in more power now. We're 300 to 500, but still no image. And a reboot. back down to a silly draw. Okay, that's it. Defeated. That one is going to require a lot of work. Now I've got to ask myself, is doing that work cost effective for what they're going to want to pay? Probably not. Which is a shame, because I don't like to be defeated. I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let's try a different screen. Let's try their original screen and maybe even one of mine. Let's just rule that out. You're right. I don't think so, just by the way it's behaving on DPS. But looking at how much damage is on there, if they've sent power into the wrong place. Okay. Oh, hold on, we got backlight. Hey, you might be right, Ray. We've got backlight, so we've got backlight and no image. Well, there's hope. Can we see that? Oh, no, because I'm covering it up. We're not going to be able to see that, are we? Can we have to kill these lights? Let's take that off. Let's do, maybe we, yeah, backlight's on. Just out of pure curiosity now. Yeah, 10 minutes. I want to wrap it up just out of pure curiosity. I want to see if this has backlight. Not that it matters, because I use this one because of the lack of backlight. We will try another screen now, just in case. Just in case that one's got no image. Alright. Where are we at? 6S. Okay. Yeah, that screen's not producing any backlight, so it definitely did have backlight, even if it was dim. Right, let's sack that out of the equation. Let's chuck that on the floor. Smash, smash! This is my second known good. You know, these two aren't generating any backlight. No, I can tell that there's still a problem just from looking at the DC. Normally I've got the camera on, and you'd be able to see it's basically going from 200 milliamps to 3 to 4 to 5, flickering back and forward, and then starting the cycle again. Oh, let's stick this back on. Yeah, then it's starting the cycle again, so there is a issue. Oh well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That one's a lot more advanced than I thought. Okay, so as promised, have we got a better cam for this? Have we got a better cam? Face. Okay, wait there. Okay. Right, this is a bit unusual, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say bomb on camera, but it's a bomb. Now, obviously, not a real bomb. That would be stupid. But where are we at? We've got this. Probably, if not most definitely, the most interesting thing anybody's ever wrought me. So, what's wrong with this is it powers on, goes through all the cycles, but the bubbler, you can see the water, the bubbler, the lights, and the siren don't work. This, I know, it's quality, isn't it? This is used for airsoft, so they hide it in the forest, and the blue team's got to disable it, and the red team's got to arm it. I don't know. It's got lots of different games on it. There's opposite side up in there. There's a paintball grenade that goes in there. And it's not a prop. It's not a prop. Yeah, paintball grenade goes in the end there, and if they get it wrong, or if they try to run, because it's got an accelerometer, it goes off in their face. So it's got a smoke machine, it's got a siren, it's got a timer, codes. Yeah, friends asked me to fix it, so it's gonna be an interesting live stream. As long as it didn't go bang. Yeah, that would make an awesome live stream, wouldn't it? Actually fit a paintball grenade to it, just to test it. So, right, let's bring this to an end so I can go home. As always, thanks for watching. We'll wrap up a little bit here so I can cut this up for the videos. Let's have a look. Let's go back in time. So the first one, this one was, oh, don't turn that around. The 6 Plus was a partial backlight. We fixed that by running a filter through it. That was caused by connecting the screen while the battery was still connected. Home repair. So that one's all sorted. And this was a 6S. I actually remember what was wrong with this one. This was another filter, wasn't it? Ah, yeah. This one was a technician slip. So it had no touch whatsoever. And underneath the sponge that goes around the outside, there was a loose filter. And they've either pried it with a nail, or they've pried it with a screwdriver. So, again, technician damage. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated, seeing as I'm on about 200 subscribers. So, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back for more streams. I'll definitely be doing the bomb on live stream. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it. It's all Arduino and coding and stuff like that. Not really my strong point, but we'll give it a go. Hopefully it's just a loose connection and it will be interesting just tearing it down. Stay tuned for that. I should be uploading a couple of videos that I've been editing soon as well. So hopefully I'm going to have a PS4 and the edits from the last live stream I've done. As always, thanks for watching. See you later.